So for years, I was so focused on just taking my leads, going out and working them, putting a route together, and just door knocking one lead after another. It worked out really well until I saw other agents having a lot of success where they were writing a lot more business than I was. And I was trying to figure out, what are they doing? They were actually working appointments. They had an appointment setter. And I was so against appointments because I always felt like a good portion of them wouldn't be home. And I mean, because that was my experience in the past. But again, I think that was my focus. My focus was way too much on the fact that I could set up appointments, but there was a good portion of them that wouldn't be home. I don't think that way anymore. I decided to go ahead and hire an appointment setter, and it's been very successful. And you know, one thing too, these days it's so hard to get a hold of people, and you could spend the time yourself trying to get a hold of people over the phone. People are not answering their phone. They're blocking your phone number, thinking you're a telemarketer. Give that frustration to the appointment setter rather than having to deal with it yourself. And if they can fill up your day, I mean, that just means that you're going to have a good amount of people to see every day. I mean, even if not every appointment is home, I mean, even if half of your appointments are home, I mean, that means you're going to have at least probably a good 3 or 4 people that are guaranteed to be able to talk to every day. And like I said, I did this months ago, and another thing I like about it is the fact that not only will they set up appointments on your new leads, but they're going to call the leads that you've given up on, leads that maybe you moved on to your new leads because you just couldn't get a hold of the old ones. They're going to keep calling those. I've had appointments on leads like that and made sales where the lead was 7 or 8 months old, and I had already given up on it. So, I think there's a lot of advantages to hiring an appointment setter. Now, if you're a brand new agent, though, it might not be a bad idea to just try to get up and pick up the phone and try to set up the appointments yourself. Right now, my schedule, I work 3 days a week out in the field, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I have my appointment setter set up my week for me. So the goal is to have 21 appointments in those 3 days. And, last week I wrote over $11,000 in premium because of the fact that they had set me up with 3 solid days full of appointments. And of course, not everybody was home, but in the meantime, I door knocked leads of those that they were not able to get a hold of. And then when I did not have appointments set, same thing. I door knocked leads that were in the area and was able to get in some houses that way as well. So it's kind of like I'm taking my old methods of just door knocking the leads, and I'm using that for when I don't have an appointment set. And by putting those two things together, it's worked out really well. So if you're considering hiring an appointment setter, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's worth the money, and it's going to pay you back time and time again. So again, Adam Brsan, Unity Life Group, been in the business 20 years now. And we are here to help you and support you. And if you decide you want to come work with us, we'll see to it that you have a long-term successful career in the business. Hope you're doing great.